Hello everyone, Bandita here. We have the new American Truck Simulator Heavy Haul DLC, so I'm going to do it with mods and without mods. But first we're going to do it without mods to see how it is. So let's get started. Okay, so now, while we're looking for a job, whoa, I don't want it to be too long. Let's see if we can find something, a heavy haul that's not too far, so we can get multiple jobs in. Yeah, so as I was testing out the DLC with the mods, I ran into some issues. So it looks like you have to remove the mods and then put them back on in order to... Okay, so I gotta configure the windows first. So while I downloaded it this morning and was making sure everything would be ready for stream, at first when I had the mods already in, the heavy haul jobs would not come up at all. So I had to remove all the mods and then start the game without them. And then go back to the mod manager and put them back on in order for the jobs with the heavy haul cargo to populate. So it was a long process, and I did include I did it during Mexico. So the Viva Mexico DLC, and ran into some issues. Okay, let's get started and get out of here. First, let's take a look at this heavy haul. Looks like we got a farm equipment, oversized load sign. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we have almost a 9-hour trip, so I won't have to get rest, and let's see, I won't have to get gas either. Alright, so let's start going. This is without any mods, even the sound mods I took away. I took away Viva Mexico mod. Yeah, I took away all the mods. So this is vanilla ATS with the heavy haul DLC. Now, as I was doing testing before streaming, heavy haul ATS is much different as far as hauling cargo. Like with okay, see, I needed to go wider on that turns. That's one of the differences between ATS Heavy Haul and ETS Heavy Haul. You have to make much wider turns in ATS for the heavy haul. It doesn't maneuver like an ETS Heavy Haul. So that's one difference, of course. Yeah, so you have to actually, in order to, oh no, he's gonna mess me up, I have a feeling. See how close I am to the edge? Okay, so he backed up, thankfully. But yeah, see, there's no tight turns. You have to do very wide angle turns with this. Let me put on my lights. Yeah, so turns are much wider. Ooh, I need to change the. Okay, so let me go. Seat adjustment. Okay. Yeah, so the turns are much wider, and you gotta watch out for the oncoming traffic, because it's like they don't see that you have heavy cargo. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so you gotta be extra careful with heavy haul and ATS. Since I don't have my own truck, these are all company trucks, so I don't get to know what's actually in the mechanics of the truck, since this is not my own truck. This is the company truck. But like in ETS, they do have how your truck is configured, whether it's configured to do heavy haul or not. Ooh, let me get in third lane. I won't show you that unless I get the money. Ooh, I need to pay attention. So it takes much longer for the heavy haul here to turn when you turn. You know, it's not like ETS when it was a lot. It felt like in ETS too, it was a lot easier to turn and maneuver the heavy haul. ATS feels more like extra work, unfortunately. But yeah, I saw that the heavy haul DLC for ATS came out this morning, and I saw that they also had. Ooh, what's going on up here? Uh-oh. Ooh, what is going on? What is going on? Why is he just sitting there? Oh, okay, because that's not his turn. Okay. Do I have a beacon? No beacon on this truck. So the SES has a cargo addict bundle. So if you already have the 3 cargo, if you already have 2 of the 3 cargo DLCs, you can get the third one, this one, even cheaper, to $4.04. So it's better to buy it with the bundle than without the bundle. And Steam designates that you already have 2 out of the 3, so it gives you that extra discount. So that's the way I would go with that. Instead of paying $4.49, pay $4.04. Of course, it's change, but hey, you save what you save. Those mountains looking beautiful out there. I actually like this dashboard. It's nice and clear. I like the orange font, colored font, instead of it being red. I like that a lot. So yeah, I was doing my testing because I like to test the gameplay before I start streaming. And I did run into some issues, like I told you earlier about the mods. You have to completely remove the mod, all your mods, start the game, and then make sure the heavy haul jobs populate, and then you go back to your mod manager and put your mods back. Well, the mods I use, which I'll show you, I'll probably do one more trip after this trip. I'll probably do one more trip without mods, and then I'll go and do mods. Ooh. Is that my exit? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be my exit. And yeah, kind of tedious, but that's what I had to do in order to get the heavy haul jobs populated with my mods. Yeah, that includes Viva Mexico, my sound fixes mod, foggy weather, graphics, the AI traffic by Jazzy Cat, the MHA Pro mods. Yeah, so I had to remove all those before I got the heavy haul. Oh, of course. Before I got the heavy haul jobs to populate. So that's something that might be kind of an annoyance, but that's what you have to do in order to get the heavy haul jobs populated. So yeah, the testing went fine. A lot more tedious than I thought it would be. Now here, you see how I'm taking up both lanes is because you got to make sure you get that turn in. Yeah, you see how in the mirror, my right hand mirror, it took a while for it to straighten up like my truck. So that's something you just have to watch out for when doing heavy hauling in ATS. Another issue I ran into with the heavy haul DLC and Viva Mexico mods is border crossing and with the toll. Oh man, I could not get out of the toll booth because the security barrier came down in the middle of me going past it. I'm like, what is... At first I didn't know what it was, and then I looked at it, I was like, oh my goodness. I wonder if they're ever going to fix that in the mods, because it's a mod thing, because, you know, SCS did not add Mexico to their package, so they have nothing to do with it. I wonder if the people who did the mod, Viva Mexico mod, can fix that with the toll, security barrier, because you cannot get through it without it. There's no point in taking a job from Mexico to America, because it's not going to work. Not when you have to go through a toll. It completely messed me up. Thankfully, I only got 1% damage on the truck and or the cargo, which shocked me because I kept jerking around at first because I thought that I accidentally hit the side. But when I zoomed out, it was the security barrier that came down too soon before I could get the heavy cargo DLC down. So that was unfortunate, but lesson learned there. So when I do put the mods in, when I take jobs, it's going to either be strictly in Mexico or, it's not until the next one. So it's either going to be strictly Mexico jobs or strictly US jobs. So I'll do both just to showcase what it's like driving in the US and in Mexico. Yeah, I did my testing in Mexico and it turned out fine. It was a short little trip. It was about a 3-hour trip. So I did fine with that. Ooh. I did fine with that. It wasn't too bad. Driving over terrain was very interesting. It felt a tiny bit uncontrollable, but not by much. It was pretty good. It wasn't too bad. Why are you beeping your horn? It's not even a green light. Relax. Now it's a green light. See how I kind of came over to the right hand side so I can make sure that my cargo, a much wider turn than I usually do. And here I'm actually going to take these 2 lanes and go up here so my cargo will actually make it. Ooh, did it make it? Yeah. Whew. Very close call. As you notice, there is very slow to turn with your vehicle. So I'll have to wait here because I know they're not going to let me get in. And I don't want my cargo damaged. So yeah, those turns are going to be difficult, but manageable. You just have to keep in mind, go up a little bit further than you need to, go a little bit towards the right or towards the left, depending on what turn you're doing, and you'll be fine. Yeah, it's not too bad, but it could be worse. Now, regarding parking, they're not going to let you park it by yourself. The option, you know how they usually give you the 3 options that I can do it, the easy one, and then the auto park. The I can do it by myself option was actually grayed out and won't allow you to do it. And I believe I did that when I had this with the mods, because I didn't do a job without the mods when I was testing. And yeah, it's not going to let you park it, you know, the hard way, the hardest option. It was actually grayed out, so that's something to look forward to and manage. It's easy parking if it was normal cargo, but with heavy cargo you have to, even though it looks, the parking space that you have to pull it into looks easy, you still have to manage it in a way that the cargo actually lines up in the parking space, because like I told you earlier, it's slow to get there when you're turning. Oh, and now I have to go to a weigh station. Ooh. Wow, wasn't paying attention. Okay, now this weigh station. When I did my testing, I did not do weigh stations. So let's see how. I just have to make sure that I'm lined up. My cargo is lined up so it doesn't hit any of the barriers. Okay, looks like I'm doing well there. So no issue there. Okay. Alright. Okay, make sure I'm pulling out okay. Good. Now to get back on the highway. Alright, no issue there. So that was painless. In my testing I didn't go through a weigh station, so I didn't know how it was going to react, but it's just normal driving when you're going through the weigh station. So no changes there. Just make sure you don't hit the barrier with your heavy cargo. Ew. Yeah. Now with heavy cargo, with the hills and turns and everything, try to stay within the speed limit, because you don't want to overdo it and then have to hard brake your vehicle, you know. Like with everything, you want to gradually do so. Thankfully, I watched the first look video that Squirrel did, so I'm actually kind of I got an idea of what this Heavy Cargo DLC already looked like, so I know what to expect, what not to expect. Now, this is without me having my own truck. Remember, I'm still on a mission to not get a loan when buying my own truck. So it's going to take me a while, but I'm just stick to it because it's something I want to do with this profile. You know, the heavy haul is always going to be there, so when I do get my own truck, I'll show you the configurations, what it looks like, and how the meter and everything of your type of truck has to have certain certain items in your vehicle, certain parts for you to do heavy haul in the first place. So it's 10:17 p.m. We're due 3:22 a.m. It's our ETA, but we have to be there. Oh, so we have plenty of time. Actually, there was, let me go to the map. There was a undiscoverable I wanted to go to. Oh, I think we're already doing it. See, I don't want to do too much pit stops, but yeah. Okay, so we're going to stop at Elko. I wonder if we'll pick that up regardless. Okay. Yeah, see, with heavy cargo, I'm not sure if you want to do undiscoverables because, as you've seen in previous videos, some of those is a lot of tight turning, and you're not going to get that heavy cargo around some of those tight turns, especially with traffic. They won't reverse. They won't allow you. They won't back up or anything. You just have to hit them probably and have damage to your vehicle in order for that to work. Just checking my mobile live dashboard, and I'm also testing out the Twitch desktop app while I'm streaming. Looks like I want to make sure that the chat was working. Ooh, did I damage anything? No, that was just a little hump. I just wanted to make sure that the chat was working on the desktop app, which is pretty good. It's not bad so far. And an update on my G29. Still enjoying it very much so. I did look at the 920 before buying the G29, and I like how the G29, I like how the G29 has more buttons on the steering wheel compared to the 920. And that's the 920 is the Xbox version. The G29 is the PS4 version. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons I chose the G29 over the 920 is the amount of buttons that you have on the steering wheel. And I love that about the G29. So if you're in the market of getting a racing wheel, I would definitely recommend the G29. Now while driving ETS2 and ATS, you definitely want to dial back the force feedback because it can get really strong, especially when you're driving on dirt and other terrain. Yeah, you'll definitely feel it, and it might be of annoyance to you, which if it is, you can dial the level down on the force feedback, but I like that that's an option. So I'm not too worried about that. And I'm just checking. Alright, no drop frames. Been live for about 24 minutes now. Just cruising. See, even without the AI mod, there's plenty of traffic here. But Jazzy Cat, I guess his AI mods makes it more realistic. And you get to see car dealerships as well, other models and makes of other cars as well. Yeah, so it's very interesting with the mods. I'm definitely going to show you guys that either after this trip, or I'll take one more trip without mods just to show you the heavy hauling without the mods, which I think is good to show you. It's good to show you that without the mods, so you get the So if you're not really into modding, or if you don't want to do modding, this is just to show you what it looks like without the mods. Have about 2.5 hours until we reach our ETA. So far so good, no damage, knock on wood. Now with ATS too, I could never go anywhere without getting even a little bit of damage on my cargo. And I would have sometimes I would have no reasons why. It's like, really? Where did I get that damage at? Probably a turn, or I probably slightly nicked a car or truck or something small. But I could never get 0 damage on the heavy cargo in ETS 2. ATS might be a little bit simpler, probably because it doesn't have as much roads as ETS 2. You know, ETS 2 has more countries and roads to explore. So yeah, not too bad so far on that point. I am going below 60. I know the MPH is 80, but with heavy hauling, you never know what the AI is going to do. You never know if someone's just going to cut in front of you. So you want to stay at a certain miles per hour, because if you hard stomp on your brake, that could cause a lot of issues. So I try to stay in the slow lane, so I won't run into anything or have anybody run into me, because I'm trying to get 0% damage. Just like that, another 1.5 hours until our destination. Can't really see the moonlight. I mean, you can see some blues in the sky. Ooh, I'm going down. Ooh, don't want to do that too much. Going down a hill, back up a hill. Yeah, with the G29, the key mappings are just awesome. I love it. I really do. Ooh. And ETS 2 and ATS is so much better with the wheel. I'm pretty sure you've heard that plenty of times before. But yeah, it was months before I went to a wheel. But yeah, because I was kind of debating which wheel should I get. A lot of the people I've seen streaming were still using the old G27, but I don't think they make those anymore. So my options, well, there was a couple of options. I looked on YouTube to see comparison videos between the G27 and the G29. And of course the G27 came with the shifter, and G29 you have to buy the shifter separately, which I guess wasn't a problem, because you can shop around and see where you can get the best bang for your buck in getting a shifter and the G29. So ultimately, I mean, I did look at some of the Thrustmaster wheels. Didn't really interest me all that much, so it was basically down to G29 and 920. And what put it over the hump for me was the amount of buttons that's on the wheel on the G29. That's what did it for me. And I love the look and feel, even though they're similar, but I love the look and feel. About 20 minutes left. Then we'll see how parking will go with heavy haul. Alright, our exit is coming up soon here. Ooh. Gotta watch out. Okay. Now on that trip, I didn't use cruise control much. I could have, but I just wanted to get a feel of the DLC. Now I'm going to go to my, since I have to make a right turn, I'm going to go more to my left here and then make the right turn. Okay, any AI in the area? Thankfully not. So this will come a lot more easier. Ooh, did I get it? Okay, good, good. See how slow it comes behind you? Now I have to make a left-hand turn, so to come as much as I can to my right, and then up a little bit, turn your wheel, and then turn. And you see there. Yeah, I mean, in order to not damage the cargo, and if there was a lot of AI, you have to take that extra mile when doing your turns, because you will definitely damage the cargo and run into something quite easily, because it doesn't turn as quickly as you turn, so you have to maneuver it in a way that you can. Let's see. Almost at our destination. And it looks like we'll have to make a right and then a left. That's what it looks like. So, remember, go as much as to your left as you can. Even if you have to hog both lanes, that's just what you have to do with this type of cargo. Do that, and then go up a little, go up a little. Thankfully there's no AI there. Ooh, I barely managed that. Barely. I wish it was light outside. Guess I have to wait a few hours. Okay, so we're about to pull up. Let me get it closer. Okay. Now this might be tricky as well. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little tricky. So, what I'll do, take a wide turn. Try to hit that job. Now this might be bad if I have to park it to my left hand side. See how it's grayed out? I can do anything option. It's grayed out. So it's the where should I place it option. That's the highest you can get. Okay, now this is where it's going to get tricky. You have to come up, then turn. Ooh, make sure you don't hit anything. Go to your leftmost because it's going to take a while for this to get straight. So you go to your leftmost, keep going, it will straighten out eventually. Ooh, and it didn't do it. And this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. Okay, what does it look like? Alright, so let's see what it's going to do. Looks like I'm stuck somewhere. Yeah, I'm stuck. Okay, so let me bring this. See, told you it's not going to be that easy. this is not going to be easy at all. Come on, ding, ding. Oh dear. This is not. Okay, so. Yeah, it's the tail end that's the problem. Okay. So let me try something different. Uh-oh, did I get stuck? I did get stuck. Okay, so see, this is the problem with these axles. Oh God, this is going to be a pain. It's this tail end that messed me up. Okay, so let me see. Come on, I need you to ding for me. Or what I can do. Oops. Let's try this again. Ding. No? Oh, come on. Okay. See, it's this articulation point behind the that's messing me up. Let's try this again. Let me get closer. Come on. Ooh. Oh, got it! Oh man, that was ridiculous. It took so long for that to happen. It took way too long. But I got it. And I got level 6 enthusiast. Man, so much concentration with that one.